Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly with a quick review and overview of the brand new BlackBerry Torch 9850. Now this is the unit that's for Sprint. There's also a 9860 that's very similar, but I don't know that Wirefly is going to be selling the 9860, at least not in the near term. Anyway, this is the 9850. Again, it's for Sprint. This is a 3G phone. It is not a 4G phone for Sprint. And this has BlackBerry's new BlackBerry 7 operating system. And it is very Android-like. As you can see, it's all touchscreen and very nice. One thing you can do is you can just go around and around in the same direction. And very nice. The apps here on screen, they kind of look like icons do on either the iPhone or on Android. So it's a very Android-like experience. This is a 3.7-inch diagonal LCD screen with a resolution of 480 by 800. So at that size, the screen is very clear. It's a very crisp, clear, bright screen. I've even had it outside in the bright sun, and I'll talk about this a little bit later. It looked pretty good, very easy to see in the bright sun outside. Let me talk about some of the other features on this phone. Of course, this is a BlackBerry, so it has your typical BlackBerry buttons down here, including the touchpad that allows you to get around. So let's say you want to open the browser. You just need to navigate to the browser right there and click the button, and bingo, it opens your browser. Or if you'd rather do it all, let me go back here. If you'd rather do it all by hand, you could just touch the browser like that, and bingo, it opens the browser. So very nice. It works very smoothly. It has very nice quick response. It has a 1.2 gigahertz processor. It's a single core processor, but 1.2 gigahertz is a pretty quick processor, so things feel smooth. One of the things that you don't really get a good idea of is the size of a phone like this. It's actually a relatively small phone. Now here is one of its Sprint stablemates. Let me turn it right side up. This is the Evo 3D for Sprint. So as you can see, it is wider, it is taller. Let's put the phones together like this. Like that. And you can see that the Evo 3D is both wider and taller than the new BlackBerry Torch. Now you saw me fumbling with some buttons there. The BlackBerry Torch, when you lock it, you press the lock button up on top and it locks the phone. Now to turn it back on, you have to press the lock button again, and now it's back on. Or when you have it locked, if you touch this button here, it'll remind you that the screen is locked. Press the lock button to unlock. It's a little hard to press that. It's not actually a button. You just press the middle of the top to do that. Taking a quick look around, we have a dedicated camera shutter button right there. This is the volume up-down button. There's a standard 3.5 millimeter audio jack. And again, there's that lock space, that spot that you press on top. It takes a standard micro USB port right there, and on the bottom here, this is the speaker for when you do a speakerphone or when you're watching a video or something like that. And of course it has the standard BlackBerry menu buttons that you use right there, as well as the touchpad. One of the other features that this new BlackBerry Torch has is it has BlackBerry's new liquid graphics, which look pretty darn good. Everything is very smooth, bright, and clear. So now I'm looking at all of the apps here that come on the phone. If I go to my favorites folder, very easy to add things to your favorites folder. All you do is, let's say I want to add the camera. Oops, I just touched it like that. Let me go back. Just touch and hold, and it says mark as favorite right there. I just touch that, and it's now put it over onto my favorite screen. Now if I want to get it off of the main screen, see here it is on the favorite screen. If I want to get it off the main screen, touch and hold again, and I can unmark as a favorite. I can hide it on this screen. I'll touch the hide. Do I want to hide it in all panels or hide on this panel only? Hide on this panel only. And now on this main screen, the camera icon no longer appears, and it's only on my favorite screen. I like that. It's pretty easy to get your way around with that. You can have one icon appear in more than one place, which is also pretty handy. Now you can scroll up and down and side to side, so very cute, very clever. I'm going to go to Setup. If you go to Setup, It's very easy to adjust your ringtones and wallpaper and what have you, and also set up accounts and so forth. This is a BlackBerry, so of course you can use the BlackBerry Messenger system, the BBM Messenger system. Now, I talked a little bit about the camera that it has. Let's talk a little bit more. It's got a 5-megapixel camera with an LED flash. It can do 720p video, and I shot some video and I shot some stills. So let's go ahead and take a look at some stills. Now, one of the things I like to do is set up a little still life on my desk. So here's a look at that still life. Colors are pretty good. Notice the red, green, and blue pinheads that I have there. Let me go in for a closer shot. Now, this was a macro that it automatically focused on. It's pretty clear, but it's somewhat noisy. Now, there's not a lot of light on my desk, so there's some grain and some noise in there. I also like to take a flesh tone test. Now, on the left is Minta, and on the right is Jen. I thought it did a pretty good job with the flesh tones. Again, the photograph is noisier than I would have thought. This did use the flash, so that's how the flash looks on a couple different shades of flesh tones. Then I took the phone outside, the BlackBerry Torch, and shot some video with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that video. Okay, here we are shooting in 720p HD video with the new BlackBerry Torch for Sprint. It is a pretty summer day. It's early September, but it's still summer. It's a little bit of haze up in the blue sky, but not too bad. And it really is a nice day. That's the Wirefly building right there. And 720p is the highest resolution that you can get here for video on the BlackBerry Torch. So let's go inside and take a look at how that looks. Oh, while I'm standing out here, it is pretty strong sun, and I can easily see the screen, the LCD display on the BlackBerry Torch. So that is pretty impressive right there. I was pretty impressed by that video. First of all, the audio is quite good. And second, the contrast for the video is quite good as well. The blacks are black, the whites are white, and things look sharp and clear. Again, it's a bit noisy, a bit jerky, but not too bad. I thought that that was a pretty good performance for a 720p video. So this is an overview, first video review of the BlackBerry Torch 9850 for Sprint. Again, this is a 3G phone. It has 768 megabytes of processor available RAM, which is a pretty good amount. It has 4 gigabytes of internal storage, and it does have a micro SD slot that you can put a 32 gigabyte micro SD card in. So the memory in it is expandable. I should also mention that under the back cover, it has a 1,230 milliamp hour battery. And also, let me pop the cover off here. It's a little hard to see, but underneath here, there is a SIM. This is a global roaming phone that you can get with Sprint. Now, this phone is locked to Sprint, so if you want to take it globally, you have to go to a Sprint store and arrange for the SIM to be activated to use in whatever countries you want. If you somehow can unlock this phone, then you can use anybody's SIM in there. But right now, it's got a Sprint SIM, so if you need to use it internationally, you have to go to Sprint to get that SIM activated for GSM global roaming operation. So again, this is a first overview and review of the BlackBerry Torch 9850 for Sprint. This is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.